Very good afternoon and welcome to Rajya TV and our special broadcast here of the annual cultural Sankranti Milan Samaroh that's being held at the Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu's residence today. The Vice President is hosting Prime Minister Narendra Modi among a host of other dignitaries at the occasion. We're taking you now live to the presentation of the event. So what you're seeing now are live visuals coming in, of course, from the Vice President's residence, where he is hosting the annual Sankranti Milan Samaroh. And in a short while from now, we're hoping to, of course, see Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who would be hosted by, of course, Venkaiah Naidu, and he would be hosting several other dignitaries as well, along with, of course, BJP leaders who are, of course, going to be attending this event. It is, of course, an annual cultural event that is held every year. And last year, of course, we saw the event being hosted at BJP President Amit Shah's at the headquarters, in fact, and hosted by Mr. Amit Shah. Today, of course, we're seeing the event being hosted by Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu. And in a short while, and these are, of course, live visuals that you're getting from the Vice President's residence. Well, there seems to be some activity going on there, and everyone's, of course, waiting to welcome the Prime Minister, who is, of course, one of the main guests at the event. And the live visuals there showing everyone standing up to, of course, look at those who are arriving for this event, which is the Sankranti Milan Samaroh, being hosted by Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu. And the Vice President himself, they're walking in with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. For those of you joining us at the moment on Rajya TV here, these are live visuals coming in from Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu's residence, where he is hosting the Sankranti Milan Samaroh and has just, of course, welcomed Prime Minister Narendra Modi. You can see both of them sitting there talking, of course, and the event is underway at the moment. These are live visuals coming in from there. This is an annual cultural festival that is held, and it's a nice sunny afternoon in the national capital. Just the apt time really to take part in this cultural event. The Prime Minister, remember, is going to be heading tomorrow to the World Economic Forum in Davos. And this is, of course, a good break for him after that very, very hectic Israeli meet with the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, just a few days back. And of course, he would be heading to Davos tomorrow as well. This is an annual cultural meeting that takes place, of course, every year. This time, of course, being hosted by M. Venkaiah Naidu, the Vice President of India. A host of dignitaries, of course, there, and the Vice President and Prime Minister met a few of them, and all of them seated now, enjoying the music, and in a short while we'll see the event being in progress.
Namaskar. I'm Sushma, granddaughter of the Honorable Vice President. I would welcome all of you. On behalf of the whole family of the Honorable Vice President of India, I would thank you all once again for coming to be the part of the Sankranti festival.
Thank you. Namaskar, everyone. Sankranti is a festival which is celebrated by different names all over our country. It's the festival of harvest, celebrated with different names, and Nana always celebrates it prior to Sankranti in our native place and after Sankranti in Delhi. And this Sankranti Milan, after becoming the Vice President, we have thought that it's a nice occasion to meet and greet everyone. And we have arranged a small Sankranti Milan where we would be showcasing our culture. We would start our today's program with Nasika Venuganam, playing flute under the nose by Chiranjeevi Chirumana Sai Hemant Krishna from Nellore district, our native district. He started playing this under his grandfather's guidance from the age of 7 years and has won many awards and rewards. Playing flute itself is a very difficult task, and he has really practiced it so well that he does play flute under the nose. And I take this opportunity to present his recital in front of all of you. Sai Hemant Krishna with his friends. Yes. we'll continue with the flute recital after some time. Now we have performance by the disciples and the daughter of Srimati Rajeshwari Sainath. Srimati Rajeshwari Sainath is one of the senior most dancers of our country, performing for the last 45 years across the globe. And she has been accredited for promoting the Indian culture through lecture demonstrations at various international universities. And she has accomplished the feat of having merged yoga with dance, thus highlighting the importance of mind-body coordination for happy and healthy living. So she believes that through the power of dance, along with yoga and martial arts, Kalare Patu, her daughter Vaishnavi, actually spreads awareness of empowerment through fitness. We present the dance of Trishakti by Srimati Rajeshwari Sainath and her dance troupe.
ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोति विसीदसादनम्। गिरिनन्दिनि नन्दितमेदिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दनुते गिरिवरविन्द्यशिरोधिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवति हेशिति कण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते भुवनपोषिणि शङ्करतोषिणि कल्मषमोषिणि घोषरते धनुजनिरोषिणि दितिसुतरोषिणि दुर्मदशोषिणि सिन्धुसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जगदम्ब मदम्ब कदम्ब वनप्रियवासिनि हासरते शिखरि शिरोमणि तुङ्ग हिमालय शृङ्गनिजालय मध्यगते मधुमधुरे मधुकैटभगन्धिनि कैटभभञ्जिनि रासरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते
Quick mark.
Varyavaham Upabruve Devagum Asadayadi Tripadam Saptahastam Cha Vimurdhanam Dvinasikam Shanetram Cha Chatushrodram Agnim Avayamyaham.
శ్రీవాయులింగమై సంచరించతా అడుగున నిలిచి చలనమే కలిగించరా కనిపించరా మిగిలితమునిక పరపర జరిపి కృతమి గురిపించరా ఆదేశలింగ మహిమ చూపరా పలుసుమములగని అభయముని లిఖితము సతతము అందించరా వినడం పాపరాధాల హస్తిలింగేశ్వర ప్రాణం నీవై ఆలింగనీరా జగలో కొలువై హరలింగమై నిలబడ శివై గతివై సర్వజీవ లోకేశ్వర రక్షించర శివ శంకర హర హర శంకర జయ జయ శంకర దిగిరా నమ శంకర ప్రకట శుభంకర ప్రళయ భయంకర దిగిరా శివ శివ శంకర హర హర శంకర జయ జయ శంకర దిగిరా నమ శంకర ప్రకట శుభంకర ప్రళయ భయంకర దిగిరా శివ శివ హర హర జయ జయ 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 శివ శివ హర హర జయ జయ
Such a mesmerizing performance. Now, I request the Honorable Prime Minister of India to please pass this Sankranti wishes to us.
आदरणीय उपराष्ट्रपति जी और यहाँ उपस्थित सभी वरिष्ठ महानुभाव, आप सबको पोंगल की, मकर संक्रांति की, बिहू की अनेक अनेक शुभकामनाएं। भारत के उत्सव प्रकृति के साथ जुड़े हुए रहते हैं और खास करके हमारी ग्रामीण संस्कृति, हमारे किसान का जीवन, इसके साथ उसका परफेक्ट तालमेल होता है और उस पुरानी परंपराओं में एक प्रकार से संस्कार संक्रमण का भी कार्यक्रम होता है। इन उत्सवों के माध्यम से एक पीढ़ी आने वाली पीढ़ी को संस्कार संक्रमण की प्रक्रिया को सहज रूप से आगे बढ़ाती है और इसी एक परंपरा के तहत सदियों से हमारे समाज जीवन में उत्सवों ने पारिवारिक मूल्यों को, सामाजिक मूल्यों को, राष्ट्रीय मूल्यों को बल दिया है। हमारे उपराष्ट्रपति जी का वर्षों से परंपरा रही है। इस बहाने दिल्ली में रहने वाले खास करके दक्षिण भारतीय समुदाय से मिलने का अवसर मिलता है। स्नेह मिलन, एक प्रकार से संस्कार और स्नेह का उन्होंने बड़ा अद्भुत नाता जोड़ा हुआ है। जिन कलाकारों ने प्रस्तुति की, मैं उनको बधाई देता हूं, क्योंकि नृत्य और योग को जोड़ना और इतना शरीर से काम लेना अपने आप में बहुत बड़ी तपस्या आवश्यक रहती है और एक प्रकार से बड़ी साधना करके इन्होंने स्थिति को प्राप्त की है। मैं इन सभी कलाकारों को बधाई देता हूं। तिरुपति बालाजी से आए हुए इन सभी वाद्य की दुनिया से जुड़े हुए लोग, उन सबको भी मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, शुभकामनाएं। हाँ, कह दीजिए। एक्सेलेंट परफॉर्मेंस। अच्छा, मेरी बहुत शुभकामनाएं। शादी कहीं हैदराबाद में हो रही है और लड़का भी वहीं रहेगा, तुम भी वहीं रहोगी, कहीं और जाओगी?
नहीं हैदराबाद
अच्छा। कोशिश करते हैं।
जीवन आपकी सभी है।
बहुत अच्छा किया।
27 years.
बहुत सुंदर। रोज प्रैक्टिस।
The Prime Minister meeting the artists who just performed a short while back after, of course, giving his greetings to the people present there and also to the country on Makar Sankranti. As you can see, the Vice President there taking him away there. The Prime Minister, of course, due to his tight schedule, being able to attend the event, which is, of course, an annual cultural event that the Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu hosts every year in the national capital. And this year, of course, being the first after he takes over office of the Vice President, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu decided to make it a slightly more special celebration by calling, of course, the Prime Minister and several other dignitaries as well. The Prime Minister being there for about half an hour, attending the event and also enjoying the performances that were presented before him, of course, of a flutist and also the dancers who came and showcased their talent. He spoke to them for a very brief moment, clicked pictures, and of course is now heading his way back. This event, of course, as you can see, it's called the Sankranti Milan Samaro, and it's held every year by Mr. M. Venkaiah Naidu on the occasion of Sankranti. And as you heard, in fact, just at the beginning of the event as well, the family members, of course, inviting everyone and saying that Mr. Naidu, of course, celebrates Sankranti first at his hometown in Andhra Pradesh and, of course, in the national capital as well. The Prime Minister himself acknowledging the efforts of Mr. Venkaiah Naidu in celebrating this festival and also encouraging everyone and encouraging everyone to understand the significance of the festival here in the national capital as well. That's it on this live broadcast of the Sankranti Milan Samaro, where the Prime Minister just attended, and it will, of course, continue. But for the moment, that's it on Rajya Sabha TV. Our regular programming will begin in a short while.